Mickey, do you like these types of stunts? Is this your, like you clearly made a splash the other night. Is this something that you're known for?
So it's not necessarily something I'm known for, it's just something I'm known for, you know what I mean?
Nope, I don't. Welcome to The Loop. I'm Katie Leclerc, sitting down with the team from Deported. Welcome, you guys.
Thank you.
Let's just start off. Can you each tell me who you are and what you do? What was your role on the film?
I'm William Garcia, and I am a co-producer for Deported.
I'm Mariano Di Vaio from Italy, and I'm an actor, I'm an entrepreneur, I do a lot of stuff to be honest, and I was a Craigslist model in the movie.
He's more than that. Hold on.
I'm Shia Cohen. I'm a co-producer, and also I became later the editor of the film.
Yoram Globus, executive producer of the picture.
I'm Mickey Gooch Jr. I'm, guess what?
The star of the movie.
Hey, yeah, the star of the movie, all right. Hey,
Yeah.
Mazel tov, hey.
I'm Ori Globus, producer of the movie.
Right off the bat, are you guys all right? I heard something happened at the movie theater the other day, or at the bowling tournament.
Yeah.
Someone got deported in the Deported premiere, kind of.
You know, Mariano, he's a shady character, so, he was he was trying to come over here and promote the movie without his papers, and, Tanner there was a discrepancy about the rooms, and, next thing you know, he might have called ICE and, tried to deport Mariano.
Get out. How does that feel?
I mean, I feel like I recovered from.
I'm not sure what's happening. There is an ICE officer here, and I am confused. Those of you who can't see, there are people that seem to be deporting the star of The Deported. The movie The Deported premieres tomorrow at the Mammoth Film Festival.
Look, good thing I got some connections at the high level with, Bernie Sanders and whatnot, so we were able to get some shit handled. Yeah.
Mickey, do you like these types of stunts? Is this your, like you clearly made a splash the other night. Is this something that you're known for?
So it's not necessarily something I'm known for, it's just something I'm known for, you know what I mean?
Nope, I don't. Can you explain what that means?
So I actually have an immersive theater show that's going to be coming out called Magic Mickey, which is sort of a Netflix show which will be it'll be about my show of doing sort of stunts and immersive theater, kind of all combined and whatnot. And who knows, maybe I'll be working with Rebel Way on that one as well. So
more stunts to come.
More stunts to come.
Can someone please explain the premise of the film for us?
Yeah, I mean, basically, we have a guy is in love with a girl. He meets a girl for the first time. He's a guy who can't really commit to much. He can't even commit to a cell phone plan, for that matter. And she gets deported over an issue, and they come up with the idea that she should get married to stay in the country, but it's like they've only been dating for a couple months, so it's like, how are they gonna, he can't really commit to that. So they hire me to marry her, and that's this bright idea, which ends up being, obviously entertainment. So.
And it's a comedy. We're obviously dealing with deportation and ICE and some very serious level things, but
yeah.
We're at the end of the day, the entertainment factor is a comedy. And how do you keep it light?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's comedy comes from a place of truth, So, if you're ever trying to go over the top or trying to be something that you're not, the audience will always kind of see that. I think I put on 100 pounds playing this character.
Yeah.
I put on 100 pounds. I mean, I was undesirable, I lived on a houseboat. I was crazy.
You still got Amanda Cerny.
I still got Amanda Cerny, though. I'm actually Amanda Cerny's first kiss on film, on screen, period, end of story. I don't know how many people she's kissed after that on screen. I mean,
I can say that Mickey is very, very good. His performing is excellent in the movie.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's a big compliment. This guy's. I mean, this guy discovered Jean-Claude Van Damme. I mean, this is the guy right here. So that's a big compliment. I really appreciate
How did this team get assembled?
So basically, a few years ago, we decided that we're going to make a movie that includes social media stars, not necessarily based on them. And then we met the director, Tyler Spindle, was from the Happy Madison family. He came with the script, which was basically his life story. And everything just started to happen, you know?
I mean, what was so cool about this movie, I mean, he's not listed as a producer on script, but Adam Sandler was very much involved in this movie. You know, Tyler was related with Adam, and Adam was a sort of silent producer on this film. You know, he came on set even for a set visit one day, and Adam was able to lend us a lot of his Happy Madison characters. So, you know, Nick Swartzen plays my brother, Conchata Ferrell plays my mom, and, you know, many, many more. There's all these different characters that you would find in a Happy Madison movie, and in the Happy Madison family, that really is a family. And so, you know, an extension of his family towards the director of this film, I was able to work right under the nose of that Happy Madison world. And then thus far with the marketing campaign of this influencer world, we were able to work with people like Amanda Cerny and Curtis Lepore and Anna and
Mariano.
And Mariano, right here. I mean, Mariano's for whatever sort. So
he's a good-looking guy, right?
And there's a combination here. So Mariano right here is a combination of the Happy Madison family and the influencer world combined. I mean, Mariano is an Italian superstar, right? Not only is he one of the best looking guys I've ever met, you worked with Jerry Bednob, and that scene in the movie, from a comedic standpoint, I've worked with some of the best, right? I've been head to head across the table from some of the best. Mariano's scene, by far, is the funniest scene in the entire movie. To this day, it's one of the funniest scenes in any cinema that I've ever seen. I mean, he shows up to a wedding in shorts. It has like nothing to do with the movie. It's like, I invited a bunch of, you know, people for free cake to a wedding, you know? So a bunch of homeless people show up, including Jerry Bednob, and Mariano shows up. I don't know if he's a Craigslist model. And they sit down next to each other and they start getting into it during the vows. And it's like the funniest, just most random scene. And like, it's so, I mean, I tell him every day. He was coming over to the premiere. I'm like, Mariano, you have to come to this premiere because your scene is the funniest scene I've ever seen. Props, you sexy bastard, man.
Mariano, can you speak to what it was like to work with Mickey?
Well, it was amazing. I mean, first of all, I'm very glad I got to meet him as a person because he's a very good guy, and I'm happy to say.
He's lying.
He's okay.
He's lying. Tell him how I told you were getting arrested. I didn't even tell him. I didn't even know. I invited him out here. I'm like, Mariano, I'm gonna invite you. You're gonna stay in my house in Malibu. We're gonna chill. And like, he comes out here, and I'm like, listen. So remember that time you posted my video on Instagram? You put my number on there. And I started getting like hit up by all these crazy Italians. I was like, and I told you you're gonna owe me one? And he was like, yeah. I was like, well, I'm gonna arrest you in the middle of the celebrity bowling tournament with ICE agents. And he was like,
Is this a joke?
I was like, no, listen. Because Ori, when I told Ori this plan, and I think Yoram was like, he was like, this is a bad plan. Like, I don't think anyone thought it was a good plan. And I was scared. In the beginning, I was like, no.
And Mickey's very convincing.
I was like, this is the best plan ever. We're gonna deport the Italian actor at the premiere Deported. Like, it doesn't get any better than that. And they're like, how do you do this? I'm like, listen, I'm Magic Mickey. I'm gonna pull this shit off, right? and they're like, what are you gonna tell Mariano? I'm like, no, we're gonna tell him like right before it happens. It's the only way it's gonna work. He's like, he can't say no.
I was against. I said we should not tell him at all.
I didn't tell the festival. I didn't tell anyone. I had Tanner, the president of the festival, texted me in the morning. He said, thank you so much. That was the most genius thing I've ever seen. It could have gone either way. It could have gone really bad, really good, but it went really well. So.
But you're Magic Mickey. Well, other than breaking the internet between the scene with the two of you, what's next for Deported? Do you know what's next on the path? Or?
Well, it's already been released.
Perfect.
So you know it's on iTunes, Google Play, Vudu, and it's going actually worldwide right now. We also have Russia, Latin America, and we're continuing to promote the movie and
85 countries.
Yeah.
We are accumulating hundreds of millions of followers, with all the social media stars that we have in the movie, and they're all posting and gonna keep posting for the movie. And yeah, we believe that it's gonna get big.
In the film industry, something that you hear frequently is that comedy doesn't always translate to different cultures. How did you guys tackle that with this film?
I think the fact that we had the Happy Madison team supporting us was really helpful. As a fact, Tyler Spindle, the director, got now to direct projects for Happy Madison. So it shows you that we made the right choice. And yeah, it wasn't easy to put together traditional actors with influencers, with different cultures, but we made it.
What does it mean to be at the Mammoth Film Festival with this film?
I think it's absolutely amazing. I think that Mammoth Film Festival is on the verge of being a hidden gem. I've told this to Tanner, to Tomic, these guys are on the verge of becoming a new Sundance. The board of the people that are on the board at this festival, this is like a budding festival. The exponential amount of growth that this festival has been in its third year is absolutely insane. Just in the bowling tournament alone, the amount of hype that thing has gotten, and it's just been amazing. I think that this festival, it's really been an honor to be a part of a festival that I think will be, in the next 5 to 10 years, one of the mainstream A-list festivals on the market in America for sure.
Well, since we are at this fantastic, wonderful film festival, I wanted to ask you guys just some film questions. For example, what is the first movie that you guys saw in theaters? And what about that made you want to be a filmmaker yourself?
I would love to hear Yoram.
What's my best movie?
My first movie.
First movie
Movie
ever
that
watched.
you watched. that
Ever
really
watched that
wanted to
made you want to be a filmmaker?
The first movie I watched, I think, Italian movie by De Sica. Yeah, of course. The best cinema.
Yeah.
Italian cinema is the best cinema. Fellini, De Sica, Antonioni. And, but what is the best movies that I did is always the next one.
I like that. Honestly, I don't remember the first movie I watched in the movie theater.
For me, it was Delta Force.
Delta
My
Force?
dad's movie, yeah. So I had no choice, kind of.
Yeah, how could I forget? It was Ghostbusters. It was. I completely forgot. I watched Ghostbusters. Yeah, I wore a Ghostbuster outfit every day for about 2 years of my life when I was a kid.
For me, the inspiration came from two movies, Star Wars and Raiders. Those were two films and I admired those two filmmakers. So for me, that's when I caught the bug.
Well, to be honest, the first movie I saw, I don't really remember it, but the first movie that got into my heart is called True Romance. I love it. I don't know why I remember it so much, and I love it so much. And probably the one that inspired me to study acting, went to New York and pursue, my dreams, was Taxi Driver. I don't know why. It's just, another one that's stuck in my heart.
For me, I think my earliest memory is watching the first Spider-Man. And I remember going back home and making a rope and trying to imitate him, and I tried to do the scene where they kiss upside down, and then the rope tore and I was hospitalized. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then I knew I'm gonna be a filmmaker.
All right, well, thank you guys so much for being here, and congratulations on your film. And that's Mammoth FF, keeping you in the loop.